Sign. It gave a little ring.
Yeah, well, don't talk because it's on. Good morning. Here we are up at Cobberty. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. This is a 12-month-old Clydesdale filly owned by a mate of mine. They've got to take it to a show at Camden in about a week's time. And she hadn't been on the float. I came up the other day just quickly and I asked her to go on the float. Today's the second time she would have been anywhere near it. The thing that I will do with her, for a start, I don't have my hat on because I wanted to see what I'm asking her to do. You've got to have them quiet enough so that they give the pressure and hold their head down when you ask them to do. That's just something I did with her the other day. Good girl. So she's not been on the float. Good. I threw a bit of her manure around here. You'll find a lot of times that these young horses will come up to the back of a float and they'll strike it with their foot like that. Let them do it. If they want to put their nose down and have a smell at the float, let them do it. Don't reef their heads up and hurt them. They're only trying to establish something that could or may hurt them. So allow them to. Now this will be the second time I've asked her to come on the float. She's just checking out to see if it is what it is. And I mean, it's the same as you touching it with your fingers. Good. You touching the thing with your fingers. She's got to see what it is. So let her, don't get bashing her. All this is, this stock whip or gig whip is an extension. Good. Extension of my arm. I'm allowing her to do this. And bear in mind, she's only done this once. And she's only a baby. Some people use Some people use a piece of fiberglass. Good. I'll do that. A piece of fiberglass with a lump of stuff on the end of it. Well, it's only just this. I'm 70 and this is all I've used. Nothing else. Just this, because that's the way I was taught. Come on. Good. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Good. What a bloody birdie you are. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Now I'm going to come back and just stand at the shoulder. Just stand at the shoulder and I'm asking her to whoop back. I'm not going to pull on the head too much because if I pull on the head, if I pull on the head, her head will go up and she could hit the top of the float. So we don't want that under any circumstances. And bear in mind, there was no one home here. My mate had a stent put in me the other day. It was last Wednesday. There was no one here and I was on my own and I thought, oh well, I'll go up and knock it over and do it now. If you, just a few little things, if you have people there behind her, roaring and flogging at her and chopping her and put rope round her buttocks and lift one foot on at a time. Now look, she's just slipped over because it's wet and there's dew everywhere. Head still down, she's thinking down, she's not blamed anybody, it's just what's happened. Don't have anybody behind them. Have them at a place where they're not silly in themselves. Get their, one only thing I asked my mate to do with this horse is take the feed out of them. You don't want them full of protein when you're doing these things. And what happens is they learn to think down. Now I just use this as an extension of my hand, and ultimately all you'll do with her is point to the buttocks. Good. Good. He's a good bloody kid. Eh? He's a good kid, this kid. And look, she's chewing, which is an indication to me, okay, I know what you want me to do. So what you're seeing now is I've only just done a little bit with her the other day when there was no one here. She's got to go to the Camden show in a fortnight. I'll work her a game on Wednesday. Well, come up about 7 o'clock on the morning of the show and give them a handle over in case there's any problems. Good, I'll just ask her to go on one more time and that'll do her. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. She's a bloody good girl. Hey? She's a good little kid. I don't want to ride on because I know she's going to go on. And when, as I say, when I ask her to come off, I get back by her shoulder, and she'll eventually interpret the fact that I'm back by her shoulder as a command to come off. So don't fall over. Back off the place. Make it all out. One back. One back. One back. One back. One back. Good. Whoop. Look out. You don't fall over. Look out. So there you are. Now, you can do it any way you like. You can get there and you can pick her feet up and put her feet on individually. You can put a britchin rope round her or so-called rump rope round her if you want to. You can. It doesn't worry me what other fellas do. This is what I do. It's how I was taught to do it. And I think for posterity, I'm 70 nearly. And I want these things to be recorded. The gentleman that owns this horse, Johnny Drinnan's the president of the Commonwealth Clydesdale Horse Society, and he's allowed me to come up here and do something with this little filly. What you've seen me do with her is probably, wouldn't be any more than 10 minutes the other day, and what you've seen me do this morning. So that's all I'll do for today, and thank you. I appreciate the time that you've taken in watching. Thanks very much.